Welcome to Wendy's Weight Watcher Journey. I'm Wendy and I'm really happy you're here. If you're returning, a big welcome back. And if you're just finding me, I am super happy you're here. I'd love to hear where you're from and how you found my channel. So drop those in the comments below and let me hear from you. And make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when I upload. We do grocery hauls. We do recipe collabs, no tag questions where you learn a little about me and my husband, Sean, who's also on this journey with me. You'll learn a little bit about us each month. We do weigh day check-ins, which is what this is, but mainly a whole lot of support. You're just going to get loads of support on this channel. It doesn't matter what plan you're following, whether it's Weight Watchers, healthy, keto, it doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome here, and I want to hear from you, and I want to support you on your journey. So today's video is coming to you from Lake Charles, Louisiana. We're on vacation, and I just needed to jump on and check in with y'all and let you know what's been going on this week and check in with our weigh-in, as I do every Friday. It's usually a car chit-chat, but this is going to be a little chit-chat from vacation. So anyway, before we do anything else, let's get to weigh-in, and then I'll tell you all that's been happening, because boy howdy, it's been a week. Now, Mr. Sean is doing this journey with me. He joined Weight Watchers in September, and he's done really, really phenomenally well. I'm so proud of him. He's come off all his medicine. If you're new here and you don't know, he's off blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine, blood sugar medicine. He's off all his medicines, and he is under 5 pounds from goal. But he is finding it to be, as most of us do, a little tricky when you're on the last 5 pounds. Sometimes it feels like it takes forever. You lose a little, you gain a little, you lose a little, you gain a little. It's just difficult that last 5 miles. 5 miles. It feels like 5 miles, 5 pounds. But this week he did have a little bit of a gain. Last week he lost, some of what he had gained, and so this week he had a small gain of 0.4, but we're also traveling, we're out of our routine, we're eating a little bit of foods that are not our normal, and really it's just a fluctuation. 0.4 is almost nothing. He is still 4.8 pounds from goal. So he is just knocking on that door, but we are so thrilled for him. I mean, I again, like I said on my last video, we are going to celebrate big time when he reaches goal. So y'all cheer him on in the comments and give him some encouragement. Now, me, I had a gain of 2.2. But if you saw my last video, I'm completely okay with the gain. I know that sounds crazy. If you're just finding my channel, you may go, what? But I am in maintenance, and I have a maintenance window for myself of 140 to 145. And last week I had dropped down to almost out of that window, almost below the 140. It's a number that my doctor wants me to stay at, that I want to stay at, because I don't look healthy below 140. I don't feel healthy. And so I'm trying to stay between 140 and 145. And last week I had lost due to some medication issues and just some other things, and I lost quite a bit, and I was at like 140.8. So this week I did intend to eat more, and I did intend to gain, maybe not quite 2.2 pounds, but I did gain 2.2 pounds. So I'm definitely right back in the middle of my window, and but I gained it kind of the wrong way. I didn't gain it with healthy foods. I gained it by sort of being off the rails. And I'm always honest on this channel. I like to tell y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'd love to say that I gained that 2.2 pounds by eating super healthy, but I didn't. Last week after weigh-in, so say from Thursday to Sunday, I sort of was off the rails. I was like, okay, I need to gain some weight. I don't need to lose any weight. So I just sort of went back into my old habits of snackiness, like the snack monster came out. And that's what I had stopped. I had stopped just indiscriminate snacking, because I'm just gonna call it that. But I went back to snacking, kind of some of my old habits, and I didn't eat very healthy. Well, that's that. That's Thursday to Sunday. And then Monday, we were leaving on vacation. Now Monday I did really, really good. I ate really healthy on the road. Most of the day Tuesday, I did really, really good. We made, a purposeful plan to have certain foods with us, to buy certain foods at the store when we got to my in-laws' house. But then life happened. Life happened Tuesday, and my car wouldn't start. Now, the blessing is that we were in the driveway and we were not on the side of the road or in town, because there was no starting it. There was no fixing it. And there's not a dealership for my car anywhere near us. So our alternative was to call a car hauler service to haul my car back almost 600 miles to Alabama. Well, I am a stress eater. I know that about myself. I eat my emotions. And from Tuesday until yesterday, when my car got picked up and headed to Alabama, I sort of was off the rails again. I was snacking. I caught myself several times, like my hand in the popcorn bag, not measuring, and just eating just indiscriminately out of the popcorn bag. Oh, even Sean was like, "You never do that. What are you doing?" Well, it was my emotions. So I reeled those in. I got those in check Wednesday night. I knew I had to weigh in Thursday morning, and sure enough, I was up probably more than I would have been had I just, ate a little more healthy foods. But it's okay. I know the why. I know why I was up. I know why I was stressed, and I know how to fix it. And I've reeled it in and I fixed it. And my car's back at the shop now at home waiting on us. We're going to be able to borrow your car to get home. So it's not deterring our vacation. We're enjoying our in-laws. And my eating plan is back on track. But it happens to all of us. Life happens. And the biggest takeaway for me is to just not let it continue to derail, because I could have just said, well, I'm up 2.2 pounds. Let me just keep going. I'll just get to the top of that window or over that window and it'll be okay. I'll lose it. But I don't want to do that. So when I know my whys and I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, I can reel it in and get back in between those lines, as I like to call it. So this gal is not off the rails anymore. Still a little stressed about the car because we don't know what's wrong with it yet, but it's going to be all good. It's back at our mechanic. He's fabulous. He's fair and honest, and I don't have to worry about, getting ripped off with my car. So anyway, that is our way in this week. We've had a wonderful vacation so far. It's been wonderful seeing our in-laws, and I'm getting ready in a little bit to take my mother-in-law to get her nails done, and it's just been relaxing. Sean has worked a lot the last 2 weeks, so he's needed a break, and it's just done us good to just get away from the norm and relax. So not a very exciting vacation, like some vacations are, but just a relaxing, recharge vacation. And I think sometimes we need that. We just need to recharge and refresh and refocus. And I think that's what we've both been able to do this week, because we've both been busy. I've had a lot going on at home. I'm preparing all of the tumblers and the orders and the reorders for Dish with D's group that are ordering the 40-ounce tumbler. So thank y'all again for that. Y'all have just blown me away with the number that you have ordered. And in fact, like I said, I have to reorder. So when I get home Monday, well, we're getting home Sunday, but when I get home Monday, I'll be starting on that again. And tumblers will be headed your way pretty soon. So it's been nice to just sort of get away. Even with the car incident, it's okay. There's always a blessing in there. And the blessing was we were in the driveway and not anywhere else. So I did want to talk about this week's Weight Watcher topic. I think it's pretty timely, and for me, it really did speak to me, and I'll tell you how in just a minute. We missed our Weight Watcher, Friends of Weight Watcher meeting this past week because we're here, but last week I started talking about the weekly Weight Watcher topic, and it went over pretty good, so I just wanted to quickly share the topic for those of you that don't have a Weight Watcher meeting, or just kind of like a structure of a topic of the week. It's not anything fancy this week. It's not a lot of time, but I wanted to share what it was and then kind of share some of my thoughts. So I'm going to read a little bit of it because I didn't memorize it, but it's good information. So this week's topic is how to make healthier decisions feel easier. Because sometimes when we are trying to eat healthy or live a healthier lifestyle, sometimes it can seem a little hard. It can seem like drudgery, and it can seem almost like we're being punished sometimes. So I'm going to read what it says. So as we're trying to make healthier decisions feel easier, it says try this. Pinpoint a situation where you often make choices that you wish you had not. and then decide on a doable alternative that better aligns with your goals. Well, this spoke to me because if my family were here, well, one of them's here. If my baby son was here, he would tell you, before coming back to Weight Watchers and getting back to goal last March, so a little over a year and a half ago, I would do things like we would go out to lunch or dinner, and it would be some kind of crazy lunch or dinner, and I would blow it out and get off the rails, and I would always say, I'm not going to eat dinner tonight. And so they started before I could even say it. When we would finish our meal, they would go, oh, Mom's not going to eat dinner tonight. Now listen, how doable is that? Because how many times do you think I didn't eat dinner? I ate dinner. It's not doable. So this really like smacked me in the face. So this is what Weight Watchers suggest, and really this is what I do now. So it says, combine those two things, the situation that maybe you don't have any control over. Like their example was, my family's going to order pizza. Well, I like pizza. I want to eat pizza. But if I try to make it an either or situation, like, okay, I'm just going to have 2 pieces of pizza and then I'm not going to eat anything the rest of the day, well, that is not doable. So if your family orders, pizza, you could say something to yourself like, okay, I'm going to have 2 slices because I like the pizza, I want the pizza, and then I'm going to bulk the rest of the meal up with 0 foods. That's doable, okay? And it's not either or. We're combining the both. We're not singling ourselves out. We're having the pizza, but we're also having the pizza in a smaller amount, and we're bulking it with foods that are going to keep us full. So combining those situations into a if or then, not a either or. Either or sounds depriving and hard, but if and then is much more doable. So combine into one if or then guideline for handling the situation. Like, okay, if it's pizza night tonight, we're going to order the pizza. I'm going to have 2 slices, and I'm going to have some carrot sticks or popcorn. Bam, you're done. You've enjoyed the time with your family, because that's important. Those memories, that time is important. And you've enjoyed the food. You've not denied yourself, because that is not what eating healthy and getting to our weight goals is about. It's not about denying ourselves. It's about figuring out how to make those things fit into our day, right? So I think that's great. And it got me thinking. They do go a little bit deeper in their explanation, which made me think a little bit more. And I'm gonna tell you my little mantra at the bottom. They say, Weight Watchers says, if you've ever felt discouraged by lack of willpower, okay, I've heard a lot of people talk about willpower lately and motivation. Willpower is a hard thing. Sometimes it takes more than willpower. It's not just willpower that gets us to our goals. But if you're discouraged by lack of willpower, even I have lack of willpower. I had it the other night with my hand in the popcorn bag. In certain situations, it's not just you. Actually, it's not you at all. It takes a ton of energy and to strong arm yourself into making hard choices or changing behavior. And you know that. I know that. Willpower is hard, and it sometimes wears on our mental state. And that's why it's easy to give up if we're only relying on willpower. My willpower is a baby. Man, it needs to grow up and be a big girl, because I have this much willpower. This much. Okay? And your energy dwindles the more. Let me reread that. It takes a ton of energy to strong arm yourself into making hard choices and changing behavior. And that energy dwindles the more you use it and the more tired and stressed you feel. So if you're using willpower all day to just struggle against not having that snack, not having the extra serving of something, not going by and getting your little ice cream cone, whatever you lack willpower in, if you're using that all day, you're tired by the end of the day. And if you'll think about it, why are we more susceptible at night, or at least I am, to those like snack monsters? If I'm going to snack, it's going to be at night. If I'm going to get off the rails, it's going to be at night. We're tired. We've exercised, if you want to use that word, we have exercised our willpower all day, and it is worn out. All right, that's what it says. One reason for forcing anything at night is extra challenging. Okay, so just know it's not just you. You're not alone. If you're tired and worn out by the end of the day and your willpower's out the window and you just grab that snack, it may not entirely be just you're just not doing good. It's just the facts. All right, well, we can do something about that. What works better, and this is very true, what works better is specific if and then guidelines, not either or, okay, and not beating ourselves up. By deciding exactly how you're going to handle a situation ahead of time, your preferred choice, you've already pre-made that decision. So you are less likely to waffle, okay? Whether that's going out to a restaurant, handling your snacking situations. If you, in your mind, you've already decided, if this happens, this is what I'm going to do, that's doable. If we're either or relying just on that willpower, we're likely to fail. All right. You're less likely to waffle and more likely to follow through when the time comes. Just be sure your then is truly doable. That's the key. And focuses on what you will do versus what you won't. So it's putting a more positive spin on it. We're not going to be, either or, don't, won't. We're not going to use those because they're not doable and they're negative and they're not going to propel us forward and progress us. They're going to kind of keep us stuck where we're at and feeling like we are defeated and like we cannot do it, because we can do it. You right there, you can do it. I know you can. Here's an example. If you boycott pizza night, you're just setting yourself up for failure. I mean, for me, if I boycott pizza night and there's pizza left over in the refrigerator, I'm going to get up in the middle of the night and I'm going to have pizza. And in the morning, I'm going to feel bad and I'm going to go, well, I've blown it. I'm just going to eat what I want today because I've already blown it. Okay? But if you know that you're going to have 2 pieces of pizza and you're going to have the filling foods to bulk that up, then you have set yourself up for success. You've had the pizza, you've got the desire out of the way, and you filled yourself with other foods, and you're going to be very less likely to indulge later. All right? So you can practically, I don't even going to say practically, you can celebrate that as a win. That is a win-win. You've ate it, you've tracked it, you filled yourself, you've had family fun, memory time, and you've succeeded because you set yourself up into a situation to where you can do it, and you did it. So that is a big bravo for you. Could be pizza, could be ice cream, could be your family's favorite restaurant. It could be anything. You could plug anything into that equation. Okay, so what I thought about when I read this and thinking about my week of being off the rails, and I could have certainly had a better plan this week to gain. Not necessarily to gain, but to not lose any more than what I did, just being indiscriminately snacking. I could have come up with a different plan to handle that. But it made me think after I read through all this, and I thought, yes, willpower is a problem. Willpower are those leg muscles that I'm using to work this journey. And they get tired. They get tired daily. And I don't have strong willpower. I know that about myself. I'm not even going to say I have this much willpower. I have 0 willpower. It's difficult for me to resist the things that I want, okay? But this is what I thought. Willpower is our desire. We all desire to be healthy. We all desire to lose weight. We all desire to get to goal. We have all of these desires. That's our willpower, okay? Motivation is another thing that can be tricky. It can kind of be a trap because sometimes we do not feel motivated for very long. We start out, we're going to run this race and we're motivated and we're going to do it. And halfway through, we're like, well, that's out the window. We don't remember what motivated us, or, we've passed that certain motivation of a smaller size or a number on the scale. And then, so now what's motivating us? So willpower is desire. Motivation is the why we need to do something. Okay, so willpower is desire. Now these are Wendy words. This is nowhere or anywhere. These are Wendy words. Willpower is your desire. We all have that desire. Okay, motivation is the why we need to do something. We need to get off our medicine. We need to be in a smaller size for a wedding. We need to have better labs. We need to just feel better about ourselves. So motivation is the why. Now here's the word that I think makes all of this doable. Discipline. Discipline is the action to make it happen. Discipline is the verb, it's the action. So I think all three of these work together to making those healthier decisions a lot easier. Just knowing that I'm not relying only on willpower. I'm not relying only on motivation. I'm relying also on discipline. And even if it's just discipline for 1 week, even if it's just discipline to put one thing into action, that is doable. That's not a either or thinking. I think that's what's going to help us succeed and all get to our goals, whatever goals those are. So those are Wendy's words of wisdom today. Take them or leave them or go, this girl is nutso. It's okay. But I want you to know that I love you, and I want all of you to reach your goals, and I want mainly all of you to feel like this is doable for you and that it is worth doing for yourself. I want you to love yourself and know that even if you don't have support anywhere else, you have support here in this community. And just remember, willpower, motivation, and discipline, they all work together. It's not one or the other. They all work together. So thank you for hanging with me and listening to my little chit chat on Way Day and about our car troubles. And we're going to be heading home in the morning, so we have about 600 miles to get home. And Sunday there's going to be a recipe collab video coming out, Summertime Sweets and Snacks, and my recipe is lickety split. It's so fast it'll make your head spin. And there's going to be about 8 or 10 other amazing YouTubers on there, so you'll get their recipes. So look for that Sunday at 9 a.m. And so that'll be the next video coming out after this. And I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna get up and take Graham to get her nails done and get all beautified before we head back home tomorrow. And I want you to get out and do something for yourself today, but please hydrate and be careful. If you do get outside, it is hot, so make sure you're drinking your water or your electrolytes. And if you have to stay indoors, then do something for yourself indoors. You know, read you a book, watch one of your favorite shows, plan your meals, track a little bit today. All those things are things that love yourself and support yourself. So just know that I'm over here rooting for you, and Sean and I probably will jump back on during the road trip home tomorrow, and I'll be putting that video together when I get home, just our little snippets of what, it's not very elaborate or exciting, but just our little snippets of our trip. I will see you on the next video, and I hope that you'll have an amazing, amazing day. Catch you later.